Welcome back to our video series for the complete guide to Next.js and Prepr. This video is part 4 in the series. In part 3, I showed you how to collect visitor data and do the initial setup of the Prepr Next.js package. This is so that we can implement A/B testing easily, as I'll show you in this video. So what is an A/B test? An A/B test is an experiment where you display two versions of a web page or parts of the page, version A and version B, to different visitors to see which one performs better. A/B testing helps you and your marketing team to understand your visitors better so you can make better decisions to increase engagement and conversions. Take a look at a simple A/B test example which shows two different versions of a section in a page to different visitors. And before diving in, just a reminder that you can get all the code snippets and the link to the GitHub repository in Prepr docs. Take a look at a simple A/B test with two versions of a title, for instance, for A and B. Remember that we are executing a query to retrieve a home page. And you can see in this example, we're returning a home page. We're going to use the exact same query to return the A/B test content. So how does Prepr know which value to return, A or B? And that's decided by a header value called Prepr customer ID. This tells Prepr which visitor is viewing the page, so it knows which variant to return. And in the previous video, we added a middleware script. We installed the Prepr Next.js package, and in this middleware script, we are calling a function from this package to get the Prepr headers. So all we need to do is when we execute the query, we set the headers, and this function is returning an ID for each visitor that views the page. Believe it or not, your A/B test is already running. The first thing I'd like to do is to check my settings. There's one setting I'm interested in for my A/B test, and that's the traffic distribution. And you can see that for my setup, 50% of visitors will see variant A, while 50% of visitors will see variant B, more or less. So when I refresh the page, I visitor and I see variant A. Now, if I want to test that the other variant will also get shown to more or less 50% of the visitors, I can clear the cookies and pretend to be another visitor because I want a new Prepr UID to be generated. So we say 50%, it's more or less, but you might still see the same variant. In that case, clear the cookies again and you should see the other one. And you know your A/B test is working. So the A/B test works. Let's do some tracking so that we can measure which of the variants performs better. You can trigger Prepr to calculate metrics for the A/B test by adding HTML attributes, but we need to tell Prepr which variants. So if you look at our query, we can retrieve something called, or a property called variant key, which uniquely identifies variant A or variant B for that part of the page. And in the code, I'm going to retrieve the context field to retrieve that property that I just mentioned. So in the link where I've defined a button, I'm adding the second HTML attribute, and that triggers Prepr to then calculate the number of clicks. Now we are ready to record some of the metrics. And now we can go back to Prepr, and in Prepr we should be able to see these metrics. Okay, firstly, you don't see anything. Let's refresh the page in Prepr and click on the metrics, and you'll see some metrics are recorded. You have an impression, you have a click, and that gives you a calculation for a number of conversions. And we even have something called the dwell time, which is the amount of time that a visitor spends viewing that part of the page. That's all for now. Simple, right? You were able to implement A/B testing quite quickly. In the next video, we'll implement personalization, and another reminder that you can find all the code snippets and relevant links in Prepr docs. Thanks for watching.